Hey, what's up everyone? So, for this video, this is going to be an interesting video, I guess this is like the very first Diablo 2 video I've ever like posted where I kind of like talk about um I guess I go in depth with like a lot of topics and stuff. So, this video is going to be kind of like a hybrid video. It's going to be me just talking about like my gear and what I've been doing with this game lately. And of course, after that, I'm gonna kind of just give my basic impressions of the game so far, because I think I played the game like enough to really have like a good first impression. I've actually completed Nightmare difficulty. I'm just kind of like still farming. What is it? I'm just doing a couple more Nightmare Diablo farming, and I think I might try to do a couple more of Nightmare Bale before I get to level. I mean, before I go to hell, because I'm actually really over leveled right now. Because I need gear, so that's why I've been just farming in Nightmare. Because I know once I get to hell, it's gonna, the farming process is gonna be a lot slower. I'm not gonna be able to like do runs as quickly. So I feel like I should kind of like farm Nightmare a lot. But yeah, that's just kind of like how I do things, especially when I start off fresh. And this is my only character. I only have a paladin. I don't have a sorceress, so I pretty much have to like use vigor just to like find my way and stuff. And Mephisto runs are a nightmare without teleport. I had to restart so many times just to get like the right maps and all of that stuff. But yeah, let's get into like the gear process. Don't worry about this. I'm gonna actually try to sell it. I was just trying to do some sound testing just to make sure like everything worked well. So these gloves right here, these are pretty awesome. I think I found them from like Eldritch and Shank. I actually farmed Eldritch and Shank like quite a bit on both like normal and Nightmare difficulty, and yeah, I definitely found some nice stuff here. This is really nice. Great for magic finding. Poison length reduce is also like underrated. I mean, I hate, what is it? I've been doing Bale runs and I hate fighting those like poison skeleton guys. They're always annoying, so it's really good to have that poison length. Half freeze duration, not really ideal for a caster, but it's still good to have it. Lightning res, we all know lightning resistance is very important in Diablo 2, so it's good to have that. And of course 20% magic find, so I've been using my magic find stuff. What was this one? Oh yeah, I have a 30 Nagel. I don't remember where I found this, but yeah, I've actually found quite a bit of Nagel rings pretty quickly. Like, it's kind of crazy, and I can't believe I found a perfect 30, well, not perfect Nagel, but perfect magic find Nagel pretty quickly. So yeah, I've been magic finding, that's why I'm using it, just to stack up my MF. For the belt, honestly, I've been having terrible luck with my belt. Like, I had a belt like this, except like it was just like a blue belt. Like, the only thing it had was the Frost Nova. And I think I found this from Nightmare, Eldritch, and Shank. And yeah, the only thing that's better from the blue belt is that it just has a bit more resistance and has one delight radius. So I've been using this belt for like a super long time, and yeah, nothing too great, but hey, it works. For this ring, yeah, just like a standard 26 lightning resistance ring. It's pretty good for a blue ring. So for the boots, I feel like I've gotten some really good luck with my boots lately. 2 to dexterity for like the better blocking. It has some really nice resistance. Unfortunately, the fire res, I much prefer higher fire, but hey, I'll still take the cold res. And 24% magic find is big. Like, this is pretty much like a budget war traveler, so I've been using it to magic find. If I'm not magic finding, I'll kind of swap out to this. I've actually found this from normal Eldritch and Shank, and this is such a GG like boots that you can find in normal. Tri-res, very good resistance, even though poison res isn't really ideal compared to like lightning, fire, and cold, but it's still nice to have. And this is, like I said, I found this off of normal difficulty, and this is definitely nice, so I'm not going to complain about my boots. I feel like my boots have been really good as far as like my luck goes. I think if you're a big if you're like a long time Diablo 2 player, I think like what's my weapons, what's my weapon, what's my armor, and what's my shield. So the shield is pretty obvious, Ancient's Pledge. I've been actually trying to farm for what is it? I've been farming for the longest time, just trying to find a Moser's because it's obviously better than Ancient's Pledge, but I just cannot find it for some weird reason. Like I don't know, man. Like I've actually already found a gold rune from doing Nightmare Bale runs by myself, and it's just kind of dumb that I found my first gold rune before I even found my freaking first Moser's, because I do want a Moser's mainly because I want the better res and because what is it? I recently found like a big item from Chaos, Nightmare Chaos, and that is Guardian Angel. Like I really want to have that max block once I get to Hell. It's going to be really amazing for like magic finding the pits, because you know I don't really like dealing with archers when I don't have good block rate. So it's really good to kind of like have this with what's the shield, the Moser's and all that stuff, just to really maximize my block rate and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, you know, I think this is going to be my shield for the longest time. Like if I don't find a Moser's shield, in like the next few Chaos runs or Nightmare Bale runs, I think I'm going to be stuck with this for a long time. So for the armor, very obvious, stealth. For the longest time, since, you know, I'm not playing single player, I don't have like the static maps. I actually did not have like a, what is it? I think I actually still have my armor that I was using for the longest time. Yeah, I remember I was using something like this. I think, wait, no. Yeah, I think I was using like this armor right here for like the longest time. And then finally I found like, you know, Taloneth rune, and obviously stealth is the best armor that you can make for like a caster, you know, that isn't twinked out. Or like, you know, any caster build in like the early game to mid game stage pretty much. What was my amulet? So I'm kind of using two amulet. I think I gambled this. This was definitely a nice amulet here. Definitely a cool amulet. And I'm kind of swapping amulets from this one to a teleport amulet. So I basically kind of have like a budget Enigma setup going on, you know? I do use the teleport amulet when I'm doing Bale runs, because sometimes the maps are very trolly. And sometimes I get stuck on enemies and stuff, so it's really good to kind of just teleport out. Alright, so the first, what is it? My helmet, it's very GG. I found a Tarn helm off of normal shank, man. Like, that is so big, and the roll is also really nice. 41 magic find, absolutely big. I think I'm going to be using this, you know, for Hell. I actually do have this thing. Yeah, this set bassinet. Yeah, this is definitely better in terms of, like, survivability compared to, my Tarn helm, but what is it? Once I get to Hell, I'm actually not going to be using a stealth. I'm going to be using a smoke and a curious, and I also do have like a pair of mage fists, and I've checked my resistances. It's still really good, so I think I'm just going to put this on, you know, just for the better magic find. Like, why not? You know, I need to like find, like, what is it? I'm still trying to like look for a Moser, still trying to look for a wizard spike. What is it? War travelers. Like, I'm trying to look for a lot of stuff, you know. Like, not just for this character, but I do want to make like a sorceress later on too, so I'm still trying to look for sorceress gear, like a Viper Magi. And of course, everyone knows what this weapon is. It's a spirit sword. But check out the roll, man. This is like the best roll I've ever gotten off of like a spirit sword base, man. Like, this was insanely good. And yeah, this is going to be pretty much, you know, my primary weapon until I find a spirit. Until I find a wizard spike. I've always preferred wizard spike over spirit. I think you could do way more interesting setups with it. For example, you know, if I have a wizard spike, I could definitely use my guardian angel, and then like I actually have like a what do you call it? What's that one shield? Yeah, I have this thing right here, so I could actually make like a spirit shield. And yeah, I think I'd rather have like that setup instead of like this probably. But I don't know, you know, I still gotta like mess around and kind of see like how everything is going and all of that stuff. You know, it's just kind of like the nature of Diablo 2, trade-offs and all of that stuff. But most of the time I do prefer Wizard Spike. I just love Wizard Spike. And then, you know, once I find all like the runes that I need for a Hodo, you know, the Wizard Spike becomes pretty much obsolete, or I'll just use it for like my next caster character that I'm going to use. But yeah, this is pretty much like my magic finding gear for Nightmare. Once I get to Hell, like I said, I do have a smoke right here. I'm going to be using this, and then I'm going to replace these gloves with my mage fist there. I've actually found this from normal chaos sanctuary, so definitely nice here. You know, as far as like my luck with this game goes, I think I've been pretty good. You know, like I said, I found a gold rune off of what is it? Yeah, during like a nightmare bale run. Like, that's pretty sick. And I recently found this thing from a nightmare bale run too. So those are like the only two really good finds that I did from like the last few bale runs. And I think, what is it? I think it's this charm. Yeah, this is probably like the best thing I found in D2R so far. This is a really nice like charm for my future zealot whenever I make it. And I just got a bunch of random gear here. This is just kind of like, oh yeah, I found this really cool jewel. I think I found this off of Nightmare Chaos. But yeah, enough of like the gear review. Let's kind of talk about my impressions with the game as I'm doing a chaos run here. So without a doubt, the graphics look amazing. I really love a lot of like the new areas. I don't know, man, like I guess it feels kind of like, nah, I don't want to die, man. I think I have enough flawless time too. But I kind of just like seeing how like they changed like all of these areas that, you know, I'm so like used to seeing, because, you know, I've done like thousands of runs of all like the popular locations of Diablo 2, and just kind of seeing these new graphics, it really does kind of change up the experience a bit. And I really think like Chaos Sanctuary is probably my favorite in terms of like how it's been redone. Like, it looks so freaking gorgeous. And, you know, I'm really glad that I've made a Hammerdin, because, you know, we all know Hammerdins are very good at doing chaos runs, even on budget gear. So I'm going to be grinding like crazy once I get to Hell, and I'm going to try my best to do like thousands of, chaos runs in Hell, just to find all the stuff that I need to really reach this guy at his like maximum potential. And that's like, and that means getting an Enigma, getting Odo. And I just want to say, all of this gear is completely self-found. I did not trade at all. I thought about if I should trade for this game, but I really love like self-finding like stuff so much that I decided to, you know, I want to self-find all my gear. I don't want to trade. Like, I kind of hate how you have to give up, like, you know, one of your like possessions to get another item, you know. I don't want to do that, so I just want to keep everything. Even though, you know, self-finding gear, you know, it's much harder. I mean, it's definitely going to be like harder. Oh crap. It's definitely going to be like harder in like the long run, because, you know, the game is very random. Sometimes you might not find that one item you're trying to look. Like, I'm trying to freaking look for a Moser's shield, but I can't find it. But yeah, as far as like running on the Xbox Series X, it runs really well. I haven't really had any, I'm playing on the performance mode, by the way, so I haven't had any like frame rate drops or anything. It runs really smoothly. I will kind of do like another video where I talk about like the controller controls. I do think it's solid so far, but there's definitely some rooms of improvement, man. Like, I really hate like when you level up and you have, oh, I found a diamond, I'll take that. I hate it when you level up and you have to kind of like go to your attributes. Like, it takes forever to do all of that stuff, especially when, what is it, I did not start off as a Hammerdin like right off the bat. I was like a Holy Fire, Holy Freeze Zealot, and then once I got like the gear and once I was at the right level, I respec'd into a Hammerdin. It took forever to go through like that whole like stat management thing, and it was so annoying on the controller. I've also, you know, I also wish, like, what is it, you can kind of like buy all like the scrolls, like all of it, without like constantly, you know, buying it. I'll eventually talk more about that in like the video where I kind of like talk about some of my thoughts on what I want for like better quality of life, or like the controls on the gamepad for Diablo 2. But it is fun, and I do think, like, you know, oh crap. I do think it's one of the things that kind of makes this game feel a bit different compared to playing, like, you know, vanilla Diablo 2 on the PC with mouse and keyboard and all that stuff. because I do think like there are some things that does kind of make there are some things I do feel like the controller does feel better for, like, what is it, playing a Hammerden without Enigma. I've always thought it was kind of tedious on the mouse, because you know sometimes there's like a bunch of dudes and you have to really be like precise with your mouse mouse control and control movement and all that stuff. But using a controller without having Enigma, I just feel like I have really better movement as far as like my positioning goes with the Hammerden. And you know, this game, it did have problems on launch day, like, what is it, there were like server issues and all that stuff. I've also had like some multiple crashes with the game too, which is really weird. I think that has to be like a server issue too, because I remember I was in like a normal bail run, and I talked to like Mala every time like I went back to town, and I would crash for some weird reason, and I think it happened to me like 4 times. And then all of a sudden I decided to kind of like stop playing the game, and then I went back, and then all of a sudden it was completely fixed. So I think that has to be like a server issue or something. I've also had like a weird visual glitch on Eldritch and Shank, because I love farming Eldritch and Shank, and yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, even in like the original Diablo 2, sometimes there is kind of like a visual glitch that can happen when you farm Eldritch and Shank. Like, everything kind of disappears, but it's so much worse in Resurrected. Like, the screen is just kind of like spazzing out or whatever. Alright, oh, extra fast. Extra fast. Oh, whoa, 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 god. Extra fast, Lord of Saints. You know, let's be honest here. Like, you know, I've always thought like Diablo, in the Chaos Sanctuary, he's really not that like difficult to fight, but man, Lord of Saints, he's on a whole different level, especially if he gets extra fast. He's always really scary to fight. But yeah, man, like, I'm kind of surprised these new, I mean, what is it? Like, this game is definitely better than Reforge. I could totally say that for sure. Like, I've also played Warcraft 3 Reforge on launch day, and it was terrible. I also think, like, the graphics are much worse than the, like, original, but for Diablo 2 Resurrected, like, I really love these new visuals, man. It really does feel like the developers really put a lot of, like, you know, love and work just to make everything feel like a brand new experience. You know, taking advantage of like the lighting and all the shadow effects and all that stuff. The decals too, like, it's really awesome. And stuff like that really matters to a game like this, because, you know, we all know like Diablo 2 is a very grindy game, especially if you want like a really good gear. You know, you gotta do thousands of runs of everything pretty much, so it's actually nice to have like a visual update, because, you know, it keeps everything fresh. Alright, okay. Grand Vizier. Alright. Gotta be careful with this fire enchant. I've actually tested if they actually fixed like the corpse explosion bug for Nightmare, but nope, it's still there. So you still have to be very careful with corpse explosion. Alright, let's see what Diablo drops here. He's probably gonna drop nothing. Oh, I think the Legendary's dead. Oh, let's see a little. Oh, of course, he drops nothing. Oh crap. I guess I could probably sell some stuff here. Yeah, I need to go back and sell some stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, that's kind of like the problem with the controller too. Like, you know, you gotta be very smart with your TP, or else like it's very hard to like pick up that particular item that you want. So you know, like, as much I enjoy playing this game on the pad, there's definitely still like some stuff I need to kind of like learn. No. I still need to kind of like learn and get used to. But yeah, Diablo 2 Resurrected, so far, it's very good. Like, you know, I wasn't really sure, you know, if this game was going to be great, because obviously, you know, Reforged was a disaster, and that was another game I really loved from Blizzard. But, you know, I think Vicarious Visions, man, they're really trying to carry Blizzard super hard with this remake here. And I honestly think it's worth it, especially there's like rumors going on that they might try to do like content update. Like, it'll be really sick if we do get like some new unique items, new sets, what is it, new rune words, like all of that would be like so big for the game. Like, that's really gonna like kind of evolve Diablo 2 as a whole for sure. And what else? You know, I think I got a couple more stuff to talk about. I guess I'll do like a Bale run. I'm probably not gonna do the entire Bale run, but you know, just to have like some more gameplay as I talk. Oh, we got these guys here. Okay, no souls. I really hate finding the mummies and the souls here. But yeah, you know, I do love how there's no like there's no more realm down. Like, that's awesome. I couldn't stand, like, you know, I went back to Diablo 2 like 3 years ago. And I played it on Battle.net. You know, I didn't play it on single player or anything, so I had to deal with realm downs and all of that stuff. Because, you know, I haven't played D2 for like so long, so I kind of forgot about like the realm down situation. But there are still times where I kind of like, you know, end up getting realm down because the game just doesn't like it when you make too many games and stuff. But then again, you know, Diablo 2 is a game where you have to grind a lot, so you have to like make a lot of games as you're trying to farm. And that's so big here. I mean, in another way, it's really gonna make finding items a lot easier in this game, but I think it's worth it. Like, I'm sure anybody that plays like, you know, Diablo 2 on Battle.net a lot, you know, they don't really like getting realm down. Like, it always sucks, man. Like, every time I'm realm down in D2, I just go to single player because, you know, I'm just not gonna wait for like all of that. Like, I don't know how long it takes for you to like be able to actually play games and beat it. And another thing that I really like about this game so far is, like, you know, there's actually people playing, because, you know, I play Battle.net, it's nothing but bots, at least for like the current, you know, current state of Diablo 2, the Legacy Edition. And I do want to talk about like the console situation too, because yeah, you know, there's a lot of people kind of like criticizing, oh yeah, I need to put this thing here. There's a lot of people that's kind of like criticizing Diablo 2 on the console for not like having like the ability to host games, ability to like look up for games like the PC version does. And that's definitely an issue for sure. Because right now, there's absolutely no real reason to use like the little matchmaking system or whatever the developers have made, because I think like the way it works is like it kind of quick matches you with another player, but it's also level dependent, and that's like so bad. Like, that's really bad for a game like this, especially like, you know, you grew up playing Diablo 2, you know, like people used to rush people and all of that stuff, so you'll have like level 80s in like a normal game just to like rush like level 10s and 20s or whatever like that. But, you know, luckily on Xbox, I'll kind of show it to you if you were not too familiar with the Xbox ecosystem. You can kind of like use this system right here. It's called the looking for group system. And this single-handedly saved Diablo 2. So this is almost kind of like, you know, this is almost kind of like having like a game browser from the PC version. You see, there's like all kinds of games that you could do. And people kind of like, and there's also trades and all of that stuff. Like, that system alone single-handedly just saved this game from being a disaster. Because, man, if Xbox did not have like the looking for group system, I would have not bought this game. Like, I will be honest here, this game would have sucked so much if it didn't have that looking for group system. And even back in the beta, you know, I had like the same problem with the beta. Like, I didn't really like the matchmaking system, and I thought they would actually improve upon it. Like, I do think it's great that they have like the little boss zones or whatever, but I hate the level restriction requirement for matchmaking. Like, that's so stupid. You know, everyone's gonna play at like their own different pace and stuff. Like, I'm probably too high level for like, you know, being I'm probably too high level for like Nightmare right now. So, you know, if I try to like look for like a Nightmare Bale run, I'm probably not gonna find any matches. But then again, that's kind of my playstyle. You know, I kind of like to be over leveled. I like to stay, you know, I like to kind of like farm farm a lot in like the places that I know I could reasonably farm at like a good at a good clear speed, you know, because I don't want to like completely just rush into hell. Especially like I'm not a sorceress, you know, like Hammerdins are a little bit more gear dependent than Sorks, but you know, I didn't feel like playing as a sword. I've played Sorks so many times now. I want to play my favorite character, you know, on T2R. And my favorite character is the Hammerdin. Oh crap, oh crap. Oh jeez. Gotta be careful here. Did he drop anything? Oh, he dropped blue amulet. That could be painful. I actually, what is it? On Diablo 2 Legacy, it's trash. I'll just sell it for gold. But on Diablo 2, Legacy Edition, I actually have a really sick, like, blue amulet. It has, like, 99 life and 30 to all res. Like, that's, like, my budget, basically. So, you know, I still kind of, like, at this situation, I'm still kind of, like, collecting, blue amulets. Because you'll never know if you find, like, an amulet like that. Like, that is absolutely huge. Wait, why is there... I don't know if I should teleport there. Oh, I should. Alright, so here it is. Teleporting feels so weird on the controller. I will eventually kind of talk more about that in the future here. You know what? I think I'll just finish up this bail run since I was expecting, like, you know, I didn't expect this video to go too long. Like, I'm literally just kind of rambling and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, the main reason why I've been doing bail runs is because, if you play Diablo 2 long enough, you should know, like, Nightmare Bale, all of his minions and stuff, they have, like, a bigger drop table than Nightmare Chaos Sanctuary. But I do Nightmare Chaos Sanctuary because I can find unique items much quicker, because it's way easier to do, like, Nightmare Chaos runs compared to Nightmare Bale runs. But, yeah, I've been mostly doing this just for like Wizard Spike and Shaco, but I haven't gotten lucky. But I did get a gold rune. I did get a 7% magic find small charm, so I wouldn't say like, you know, I'm too unlucky. You know, I would say like I'm okay as far as my luck goes. So I just need one more gold rune and I have a freaking X rune. But I still need to find a coal and a ball rune. I still haven't found it. And yeah, the Throne of Destruction looks really cool too. I kind of love how shiny it is. How is it? Like the floor texture looks. Oh man, that's really good. Oh god. Why do they spawn on me like that? Oh, nice for Rangers. So I always make a TP here because like the third wave, or like the high hills. Oh my god! Holy crap! What was that? What was that? That's why teleport is awesome, man. I should have been more careful, really. Yeah, I kind of don't want to die. Oh, crap. I really don't want to lose gold and all that stuff. Oh, that's trash. Seriously, fire? Oh, yep. Alright, let's see what Bale does here. I think he's probably gonna drop it garbage. I have not been getting any good luck with Bale drops lately, even on like Diablo 2 Legacy, on the Legacy version. I haven't really been getting anything too great. Like nothing that's actually useful for me. Nothing that's worth keeping too. That's the problem. Alright. Come on, drop a Wizard Spike. That would be so sick. Dale actually drops a Wizard Spike for me. And I can actually use Guardian Ranger. Oh, the shield is off. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show my mercenary gear. I'll eventually kind of show it. And this, anything good? Ah, garbage. Absolutely. Oh, rare Shaco. Ah ha ha ha. Rare Shaco. That is such a troll. That's such a troll. Okay, game. Okay, game. You're really funny. You're really funny. Anyways, as far as my mercenary gear go, obvious insight. I actually found this, what is it? Yeah, the insight base while questing in Act 3, Nightmare, by myself. So, and it's actually a superior, base too, so that was pretty cool. Treachery, I got the Lem rune from Forge, and I don't remember where I found the armor, but I gotta go with Treachery, man. Treachery is like one of the best armor for mercenary. And I got a Rock Stopper from Nightmare Mephisto. Terrible roll, but it's a Rock Stopper nonetheless. Oh, that's pretty disappointing. That would have been sick if I actually had a Shackle there, dude. That sucks. What's the belt? Oh, it's this crap. I guess I'll keep it. So the main reason why I'm gonna keep this belt is because hold up, let me check my stuff here. Let me just get some more potions just in case. Go back in here, see if there's anything worth selling. Oh, still the reflex bow is that one big. Yeah, it's not worth it. So the main reason why I'm gonna keep that belt is because all of these items right here, like I plan on giving away all of these items in like a public match here. So far, out of all of these items, I think like the best one is probably the Gold Strike Arch here. I don't know what's the roll. What's the roll? Oh my god, what's the roll on this weapon? Like, I don't know if it's a good roll, but I do know this is a very good bow for like boazons and all of that stuff here. I also got this. This is pretty nice for like a Whirlwind Barbarian. Same thing with this here. So yeah, I've been making finds here, but just like a lot of items that aren't really useful for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my little first impression video / gear review of Diablo 2 Resurrected. And yeah, I'll probably do like another one like this in the future, so stay tuned for it.